the first thing I want to talk about is moving throughout the day. If you're lucky enough to have a smartwatch on that tells you when it's time to get up and move, it's really important that you do that. I always sort of punish myself. If I get to the point where this thing goes off, that means I've been sitting too long, I haven't been paying attention. I punish myself with 25 push-ups and I walk around for a bit just to get the blood flowing. And I think sometimes I try to punish myself just because it sort of forces me to do 25 push-ups, which I enjoy doing. But the idea is all the new research is saying that smoking is, or sitting is the new smoking. So what we want to do is make sure that we're getting up. And some people set timers on their computers, they set timers on their watches to get up and move every hour. It's important just to get up, walk around your office, walk around your cubicle, walk around the floor of your office building, just do a quick lap, get the blood flowing again. And if you do that 3 or 4 or 5 times throughout the day, that's going to be so much better for your long-term health than if you actually just sit down and get absorbed in your work. I know I used to do that. When I get involved in my work, I can sit for hours. Or if you're in a meeting, and it's an all-day meeting, you might want to say to the meeting organizer, hey, can we schedule breaks every hour and a half to make sure that we get up and move? Or am I okay to get up and move every hour just to wander around the room, listen, make whatever arrangements you need to make to ensure that you can get up and move throughout the day. And what I do is I just go through my day and I check off, when was I up and moving? I was moving when I was exercising. Let's see, I moved just after I checked my inboxes. I didn't move for 2 hours while I was taking calls here, but then I moved at lunch. I went for a walk. Again, I didn't move during my inbox time. And guess what? I didn't move for the next 2 hours. I sat for 3 hours here while I was checking my emails and then setting up meetings with my clients. So I didn't move in this time. Then I got on the social media bug. I didn't move again. But I did move as I walked my way to the GO station to catch the train to get back home. When I look at this, I go, oh gosh, you know what? I'm being honest with myself. I only got up and moved 4 times today. Like, that's not good. I should be up moving. Now, my wife, who's an x-ray technologist, hey, she'd look at this and go, man, I put check marks all up and down. I'm on my feet all day long. And that's good. If you've got that type of job where you're on your feet and you're moving around, awesome. But if you're the type of person who's got a desk job or you find yourself sitting quite a bit, you want to make sure that you're marking your movements just so that you can see. This is all about just making sure that you're aware that, what are you doing every day? Most people aren't aware of the process that they're following. They're just simply following a routine, and they're not really thinking about the consequences of what they're doing. The next thing I want to talk about, and this can be a little bit confusing for some people, so it might take a little bit of digging and a little bit of homework to really wrap your head around it, but this is about left and right brained activities. So we talked earlier about dopamine. And I like to use the analogy that dopamine is kind of like your brain's tiebreaker. You see, we've got left brain thinking actions and we've got right brain thinking actions. Left brain stuff is all about doers, getting stuff done, accomplishment, challenges, rewards, competition, action, tasks. I want to check things off, get things done. These are your doers in life. Those are left brain thinkers. And then you've got the right brain thinkers, and these are the artists of the family, the curious ones, the people who like to look around and search, who might get lost on an internet search engine for hours. It's those right brain creative thinkers that actually help the left brain thinkers when they come together to become a whole person. The problem is, if you're left brain thinking all the time, you can really tick people off and alienate yourself. If you're a right brain thinker, you can be really creative all the time, not get much done, and tick people off. So the idea is to find some balance there. So what I suggest people do, and what's worked for me, and what I've read in the research, is that if you break your activities up throughout the day between left and right brained activities, you can channel the dopamine. So I want you to think about this. Maybe the last time you were on social media and you're flipping through your news feed. Why are you doing that? And how long are you doing it for? Have you ever found yourself maybe on a commute or riding in a car or sitting on the couch and you're just flipping through the news feed for no particular reason other than to see what that next thing is going to be? Remember, dopamine can be very addictive, and dopamine can keep you searching and searching and looking and searching. That's why when you go to YouTube, it's so highly effective for YouTube to post those little thumbnails of additional videos that you might be interested in. Why? Because they know that dopamine is going to spark the curiosity in your brain, and before you knew it, you might have been researching somebody on LinkedIn, you might have found a video that they posted on YouTube, and before you know it, you're watching cat videos. How the heck did that happen? Well, dopamine channeled the choices that you made. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to happen. I'm sure that's happened to me, it's happened to other people, it's going to happen again. But the point is this: I try to limit my time doing certain activities in the day so that I don't lose 3 or 4 or 5 hours on one activity, okay? So I look at this and go, okay, exercise, that's getting stuff done. That's a left brain activity. Personal development time, that's actually a right brain activity. That's being curious and learning. Inbox, that's a left brain activity. Emails in, emails out. Meetings and calls, that's again a right brain activity. That's being curious, learning about my customers, thinking about proposals and projects and how can we help people. That's all, creative thinking. Get back into lunch. I have lunch, left brain. I eat it, get it done, go for a walk, get positive dopamine happening again. Back to right brain. Taking meetings and calls, doing research again, maybe doing a presentation. Social media, again, that's a right brain activity. Why? Because I'm looking online now. Sometimes it is a bit of a left brain activity if I'm connecting with people and I've got a process for that. But if it's just basically looking at people online and sort of checking out the news feeds of what my customers are doing, that's very much a right brain activity, just being curious. And then again, personal development time is a right brain activity. So what you can see I've done here is I've tried to break up left and right brain thinking so that I don't find myself totally off the spectrum onto one side or the other. People who get so focused on success. I used to be all left brain. It was get stuff done, make money, success, success, success. Left brain. Almost killed me. Alienated a lot of friends. Alienated my family sometimes. Sometimes my wife didn't like being around me because I was too much of a left brain, you know what. Right brain people. Hey, you can be on that creative artist side all day long and not get much done, and you can offend people the same way. So what we talk about here is balance. I try to find balance between those left and right brained activities. And you can see here as we get into the end of the day, it's okay. It's the end of the day. I've got all the stuff done that I needed to get done. And typically, these things here, my left brain activities, those are the things on my to-do list. Those are the things I make sure I get checked off. I don't want to get to 5 o'clock and go, crud, I've got these 5 things I haven't done today because I've spent the last 4 or 5 hours searching stuff on the internet. We don't want to be a victim of our circumstances. We want to actually control what we're doing. So being able to take your journal and being able to record and map out what a day should look like for you. And again, it's very personal. But just try to break up your activities between left and right brained activities. You'll see in the journal on the very back page, I've got a list of what left and right brained activities are to help guide you as you sort of map out what a perfect day might look like for you. This is important stuff. Again, this is all about building positive momentum. It's never going to be perfect, but it's going to build positive momentum, keeping that growth mindset going, helping you achieve success, helping you feel like a winner every single day because every day you feel like you're taking yet another step forward towards reaching your goals. All right, guys, a couple more sections to go and we're almost there.